Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Apocalypse the Geek Guru now. And I apologize to my massive fan base for the name change. But it was a very simple reason. And that is that as much as there are tons of stuff for me to cover in gaming and the gaming community, especially with what's going on in G4 right now, there's also so much stuff going on that I wanted to talk about. For like, comic books and movies, Doctor Who, all TV shows, all this stuff. And instead of making an entire new channel, which would have been silly since I'm still trying to get this one up and running, I decided to simply expand on my content. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. And today we're going to be talking about Doctor Who, one of my favorite shows of all time, as you may have guessed. Now, namely, we're going to be talking about some of the rumors that have been going around with Doctor Who, or at least one specific rumor, and that is that David Tennant might be returning as the next Doctor. Now, again, let me just say that that is a rumor. I have no idea whether or not it's true. I've read several articles about it, or at least skimmed. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Doctor Who, and I'm not going to go into a whole thing about what Doctor Who is because that would take way too long. Actually, it's basically a show about a guy who travels through space and time solving problems. That was pretty simple. Didn't take too long. So anyway, they're about to bring back the new showrunner the old showrunner for those of you who don't know. Russell T Davies. He was the one who brought Doctor Who back in 2005 and ran it for the first 4 seasons, which were probably the 4 best seasons of the series, in my opinion at least. I mean, don't get me wrong, season 5 and 6 and 7 were pretty crazy, but they weren't bad. But they had a lot of misses. The first 4 seasons, it's there's only 2 episodes in those entire seasons that I can think of that were like bad that I don't want to rewatch, and that is Fear Her and Love and Monsters. And I'm pretty sure everybody who loves Doctor Who will agree with me on that. That you might have other episodes that you didn't like. Maybe you don't like the farting aliens one. Aliens of London and World War III. Maybe you don't like that two-parter. Maybe you don't like the Family of Blood or whatever. But I'm pretty sure we could all agree that Fear Her and Love and Monsters are 2 episodes that we pretty much all skip when we rewatch Doctor Who. Now, that being said, as I said, they're bringing back the guy who is responsible for bringing back Doctor Who, which is pretty good. It's a smart move. They've lost a lot of fans over the years. They've lost a huge portion of their viewers. So it makes sense. Like, hey, this guy revamped the series. Let's bring him back. And it really just goes to show that even they're starting to realize how badly they're doing. Now, when it comes to bringing back David Tennant, now I'm sure he'll come back for the 60th anniversary, but the rumor is that apparently he's supposed to come back as the new Doctor and then do a special or two and then bring in a new Doctor, which seems really silly to me. Like, if you're going to bring him back, either just bring him back for the 60th anniversary as the 10th Doctor, or bring him back, Now, as much as, I think I said, as much as I would love to see him come back, I feel as though that, revisiting some old favorites, as it were, feel like if we're going to bring someone back, the first person we need to bring back is a Gillespie, if he'll have us, because again, I'm sure that most Doctor Who fans will agree that he deserved a better run. He deserved a longer tenure. They all do, honestly. Even Capaldi. Capaldi was an incredible Doctor. He just had a lot of really bad material and a lot of really bad episodes. like the Kill the Moon, the Forest one. What the hell were they thinking? But, and here's the thing. Let me just go off on a tangent real quick. Here's the thing. The Kill the Moon one, where like the moon's an egg, and the forest one, where it's like, oh, the plants grow, those would have worked on another planet. Like if they'd have gone to like Gorbog 7, and it's like, oh crap, their moon's an egg, that would have been fine. And I don't think that anyone would have had a problem with that. It's like, okay, another planet has an egg for a moon. But when they try, and here's the problem with Doctor Who that I've noticed. I've been found a way to watch some classic Who, and I've been, started with Hartnell, and I've been watching that. And it's like, they never go to Earth. Like, they're like never on Earth in the first like 2 seasons, honestly, of Doctor Who. Like, they're not on Earth. And those are long seasons. They're like 50 episodes. It's like 4-part episodes. It's great. It's great. Love it. Hartnell is just like the Doctor. And that's why Capaldi was so good, because he was kind of like Hartnell's Doctor. This older. He was quick. He was short with people. But anyway, there's a lot. They spend too much time and too much care on it. They've made it too important. I mean, think about it. Like every single season finale, almost pretty much up until this point, they've all been about Earth. Oh my gosh, Earth is in trouble. The first season, they're on or next to Earth the entire season. Go back and look at season 1. There is not a single episode where they aren't either on Earth or on something that is orbiting Earth. Which, here's the thing. As much as I've said they spent too much time on Earth, that first season is great. I mean, it really comes down to the writing. Like, the moon's an egg? What? Plants grow and are fireproof now? It was just a lot of stupid stuff. So, and that was a shame about Capaldi's run, is that he was a great Doctor. He just had a lot of really bad material. But when it comes to bringing back previous Doctors, I think we either need to bring back Eccleston. I say we. I mean they. I have nothing to do with it. If I did, I would hope that Doctor Who would not be where it is right now. Getting the last, what was it, Flux got like less than 4 million views. Come on. But anyway. So if they were going to bring back a Doctor, I feel as though it should be either Eccleston or one of the classic Doctors, anyone who's still alive and still wants to do it. I'd be cool with Tom Baker. I mean, he looked, like when I saw him in the 50th, he looked like he put on a lot of weight. But the Doctor doesn't need to run. William Hartnell's Doctor, like I said, Hartnell's Doctor was like, he was like 87,000 years old. He ran, he shuffled, he didn't run. The Doctor doesn't need to run. He outthinks his opponents. He doesn't need to run from them. That's another thing. This show's got too quick pace, too many lasers and stuff, I need to go back to like the intelligent storytelling. And that was a big problem with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, is that it wasn't... She just sort of ranted at people a lot. It was a lot of like lecturing people. And yeah, the Doctor can lecture people, but it was the way she went about it. And the fact that she always had this like the same tone. Like she'd start out really soft, and then and she'd always have these same little hand moments. She's always like do like this and stuff. There was a lot of problems with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, which was disappointing, because when they announced that they were gonna have a female Doctor, I was like, okay, let's see how she does. I was in that camp. I was in that group of people who were like, all right, let's give it a shot. Missy was great. Let's see if they can do it with the Doctor. But I think we all know how that went. Like I said, just too many preaching, and oh god, it was like every episode like, okay, in previous seasons of Doctor Who, every episode had this big sort, like, not every episode, but a lot of episodes would have this sort of really good message to them, you know? And they would have a good story, or they didn't, and it was just a fun little story in outer space or Earth or wherever. But with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, it was as if every single episode was just a vehicle for them to preach about some injustice, something. And it's like, most of the time, they had to go to the past for their prejudices, for that level of prejudice to make sense. You know, and it was like they were going to the past, like when they went to like Montgomery, Alabama, in like the in like the 50s or whatever, with the Rosa Parks episode. It was like the whole premise, like the whole point of that episode was just to say, look, white people are still this racist. They're still this bad. Look, a white person's coming to try and stop this. And he's like from the 56th century. Yeah, it's like he's from like the 56th century, and he's still super racist. Like, oh man. Like, really? Thanks, Doctor Who. So it looks like in 3,000 years, we're still going to have racist assholes in white t-shirts and fucking in leather jackets and jeans. Like, it's like there's some sort of, like... I swear to God, the way that they portray people, especially white people nowadays, I feel like someone's going to run in and be like, everybody quick, Johnny stabbed the Soch. It's like, Jesus Christ, this isn't 1957 anymore. You know? Does racism still exist? Yes, of course it does. Is it that bad? I'm sure in certain areas, but not as widespread. That was the problem with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. It was all just about lecturing people and making some sort of political and social statement or whatever. That's not what Doctor Who's about. You know, it's not about that. It can do that, but it's got to be in a clever, more nuanced way. It can't be as, like, blatant and, like, boom, here you go. Man. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the rumors. And like I said, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Doctor Who. I could literally sit here and talk all day about every episode, every season, going into detail about everything. And maybe I'll do a little series about that where I'll talk about Doctor Who. If my channel was bigger, I would love to bring somebody on and, like, discuss it. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll just bring on one of my friends. They don't watch Doctor Who. That was a nice thought. But anyway, that's pretty much all I really got to say about the rumors surrounding David Tennant coming back. I would be happy for it, but I feel as though they need to bring in someone new, you know? Or if they're going to go that route of revisiting some old favorites, fine. But I feel like they need to bring back Eccleston first. You know, the guy who had one season, and it was like the one that brought it back, and it was like a great season. Like, that first season had, like, there's no episode in it that I personally, for me, there's no episode in it that isn't just great. They're all just awesome. I mean, they've got freaking Shaun of the Dead in one of them. Come on now. But yeah, I feel as though they need to bring back either one of the classic Doctors, which that'd really be a test for the fans, you know? Like, y'all didn't like Capaldi. This dude's about as old. This dude's even older. But yeah, and who better to really bring back the series and bring back and really give you what the Doctor is supposed to be than someone who's actually freaking played it than someone who's actually played the Doctor before. Because that was the thing that irritated me about Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. When I found out that she had done no research. Even David Tennant was like, really? You haven't done any research? You didn't do any? None? It's like, how? Okay, I know nothing about Jodie Whittaker outside of the fact that she's played the Doctor and that she didn't do a very good job. I don't know about her politics. I don't know anything about that. But I will say this, that I feel as though it is an extreme it is an extremely, extremely arrogant level of thinking to think that you can come in and play this character who's been around for freaking 60 years and that you're going to come in and just do it perfectly and just be great at it. No, sorry. But no, you didn't. And here's the thing. I feel as though if she would have, I don't know, done some research, had better writing for one, but if she'd have done some research and like, you know, had better direction, she could have been a better doctor. I say better, not good. But because there were lines. I know that I don't remember any of them. I don't remember when they were, but I remember even during Flux, I think there would be a line that she would say, and I'd be like, there he is. There's the doctor. But it would literally just be that line, and then, okay, and now it's back to, you need to do better. You need to do better, Mr. Big. Like, Jesus. Oh, man. So, yeah, okay, I need to end this video before I end up talking about Doctor Who for several hours. And, wow. Or not, because I could just do that. Nope. Some self-restraint. I got stuff to do. But, okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I really... That does not even scratch the surface about all I have to say about Doctor Who. But concerning the rumors, I think I've said it all. You know, I would love to have him back, but there are other people who deserve more time. Let's say that. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this video, like it. You know, hit that like button, subscribe, share. If you like seeing more content like this, let me know. If you don't like this, you know, if I said anything you disagree with, tell me. Let me know why. If you think I can do better, you know, tell me how. If you think you can do better, start your own channel. That's what I did. That's what I did, you know. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, share. I have been Apocalypse, the Geek Guru.